Mono Green Tron has been popping off lately, claiming first place in multiple Modern challenges this week and last, and has now claimed a spot in the top 3 most played decks in Modern. Mono Green Tron hasn't had the best win rate when it comes to beating the top tier decks, but as we know, Tron is always a threat. These Tron lists all look pretty similar, it just depends if you respect the early game enough to run removal like Dismember. Some lists have been cutting these cards, hoping to get lucky and dodge cards like Ragavan or Magus of the Moon. Let's take a look at the list I'm running this league and go over some of the flex spots you can play. Alright, so Mono Green Tron in Modern. Not much has changed lately, but let's take a look at the deck in the current meta. So for the most part, at least 50 of these cards are stock now. There are some flex spots, so let's check them out. In the list I'm running today, we have 2 Relic of Progenitus. You can go 0 to 3. 1 Haywire Might. This is good to get with Urza Saga and just kind of a flexible card. I can gain you some life in a pinch. We're running 2 Dismember. Like I said before, a lot of the lists are running 0. I think you need at least 1 or 2. It's very flexible. It helps with that early game so you can get to the late game and just kind of stomp from there. Because we're running Dismember, we don't have access to Gigantha, so that's kind of like a give and take there. We are running 4 O Stone. This can range from 2 to 4 is what I suggest. And then our 5th board wipe is All Is Dust. I like the one of All Is Dust just because you can cast it on turn 3 with Tron. You don't have to wait till turn 4 to play and pop O-Stone. There are a lot of domain decks right now, so All Is Dust is at a premium. In the final flex spots, we have 1 Ugin the Spirit Dragon, 1 Ulamog the Ceaseless Hunger, and 1 Sundering Titan. So again, domain deck, Sundering Titan looks pretty good. Ulamog, you can go 1 to 2, and then Ugin, you can go 0 to 2. And I did want to make a point too that we are running 3 Wormcoil Engine. I remember when this card just wasn't relevant anymore. There was too much Solitude, a lot of Leyline Binding, exile effects. With the domain decks, there are Leyline Bindings, but no Solitude, so we can kind of play around that. The land base is still pretty stock with 1 Boseiju, 3 Forests, Tron lands, and then 2 Sagas. We are running the 4th set of the One Ring in the main. Sometimes you'll see 3 and 1 in the side. I think it's important to, if you don't have Tron, to have this on turn 4 immediately. You're not always going to have the luxury to search for it with Karn the Great Creator. And that opens you up to get other things in the sideboard. Lastly, for the sideboard, we have all these silver bullets here. Most notably, we're running 3 Chalice of the Void. So with my sideboard plan, I usually bring in 2 Chalice and leave 1 in the side for Karn, because if we are fortunate enough to get turn 3 or turn 4 Karn, we can get Chalice of the Void for free. So that's always something good. Other than that, everything is pretty flexible with Graveyard Hate, just like Land Hate, Yogg and Scales Hate, Artifact and Enchantment Hate, Pithing Needle, Stone Brain for combos, Bridge, Mainstay. Sideboard Wormcoil Engine, again, it's a lot better, so I like to have 1 in the side just to fetch with Karn. EE for Rhinos and other small creatures, and then the Chalice of the Voids for Cascade decks. So that is Mono Green Tron. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and let's get in the gameplay. All right, welcome to match 1. We're on the draw, and we have fantastic hand. We have turn 3 Tron, flexible cards here. Looks like we're against our worst matchup. They play a Urza Saga. At least no Amulet or Bounce Land. All right, we have Natty Tron. We'll still play Map. This will probably go get a Boseiju at this point. We know the Saga is going to find an Amulet anyway. We're going to have to get super lucky in this matchup because they're just faster than us. They're on the play and they're just naturally faster. All right, they do have the Bounce Land, unfortunately. And they also have the Boseiju. This will probably go get another Tron piece, which will make everything. Wow, okay. That's fantastic for us. All Is Dust, pretty good pickup. Play Relic out. We're going to crack this now. 1 ring, another pretty good pickup. And just play this and just hope we're not dead. So depending what their hand is, they can tap this, go get an Amulet, float mana, Titan us. You can do a lot of things. Hoping for no like Dryad into Titan into a bunch of stuff. Well, that's a good sign. They went Keswick Wolf Run. That's not a good sign. So this is probably going to go get Dryad. Play another Amulet. Hopefully they only have 2 cards in hand, so hopefully it's not like Bounce Land or Jukabog. Not the worst. So what's going to be interesting is if we All Is Dust, or when we All Is Dust, they just lose because they can't pay for pack because they're going to All Is Dust here. And now at upkeep, they only have 1 green. And we win. Sick. Nice little combo there. All Is Dust looking pretty good so far. Just turn 3 board wipe. All right, so against Titan, we're going to go down on Relics, go down on Wormcoils. We have Chalice of the Void for Pact. We have Stone Brain, aim the Titans. Cityscape Leveler is good. Haywire Might shuts off other Sagas and Amulets. We're getting 2 Chalices. I'm try it like that. All right, so this is a pretty bad hand. We only have 1 land and kind of top end, so we're going to mull this. I think we have to mull aggressively against Titan. Another 1-lander. We do have Stone Brain, but I think we can do better. At least on 5. I would keep that on 5. All right, we're going to go to 4. All right, we'll keep this on 4. Our green sources, rings, put back a scrying and a ring. We need 1 more, and we'll put back a sphere. Because if we hopefully draw at least 1 of the Tron land, we can just scrying for the other. Turn 1 Amulet. And then playing this, we know they probably have a Bounce Land. All right, we draw the sphere. We can go just Star Pass. They have a lot of Boseijus as well. This is, again, really tough matchup. So we got lucky game 1. And they play Forest. I guess they can just take it slow. We're not doing anything right now. Wow, we draw so I'll crack this for green. Pretty good. draw, but I mean, and they could always have Besage. We're going to play like they don't. Get mine and pass. So turn 3 Tron will be online if they don't Besage us now. They did not. So we're going to assume that they don't have it because they would have done it. So next turn, depending what they do, we're probably just going to slam ring. I can't imagine they're going to play all this stuff with Amulet out and then we're going to have to all his dust. They do have the bounce land. They tap 2. Let's see what they return to hand here. That'll be kind of important to know what they're going to be doing next. They return the bounce land to hand. Okay, so that means they have something. Okay, the One Ring. Not the worst. We draw a sphere. So we'll play mine. Let's start by like cycling. We'll start cycling at least one because I don't want to use both of our green sources necessarily. Okay, well, there's another one. Because we have the ring mana. So we'll cycle here. Another tower. Play our own ring. Get protection. Kind of a weird thing. And then I think we'll play map instead of sphere just to set ourselves up. Definitely need to draw some action though. We'll have tower. We have protection, so if they go nuts here with a Titan, they can't do much. Ideally, if they do pop off and then they pass it back, we can all his dust and then kind of reset the board. Oh, they draw another amulet. All right, so they have at least 2 bounce lands in hand. They play the Growth Chamber though. So this is worth 4 mana, 5 mana. Yeah, ideally they just kind of pop off. The only thing that's not good about all his dust, like I would love to draw if they go crazy, like an O Stone just to get rid of the amulets since all his dust doesn't hit those. Yeah, I feel like they should have drawn first. They're kind of playing lands. I mean, they might already have a plan, but it doesn't hurt to draw just to kind of see what your options are. Oh, and they Besage my tower. Lucky for us, we have another one. We also have a map as well. All right, we'll draw with the ring, another tower. All right, we'll play the tower, and I guess we'll just, it's hard, like, we could get Besage with this, and Besage something. I'm like, let's start cycling first a little bit. I don't know how afraid I am yet, because now that we don't have protection, I'm a little more nervous, but maybe we'll draw like a payoff. Stirring's pretty good. So we can take ring or O Stone here. O Stone doesn't do it. We only have 6 mana. I'm going to take ring here. So let's play another ring. Get protection. Kind of hope they flood the board with things. Stone Brain, that's pretty good. We're going to hold that until we can play and crack, just so they don't destroy it. I mean, even if they did, they wouldn't be hitting a Tron land, but still. All right, we'll just send it back. Feeling pretty confident here. We have protection. We have disruption. We kind of have a little bit of everything. They are going to be drawing 4 cards this turn, though, so I'm not sure. Like, if they can't go off this turn, they're going to set themselves up for next turn, I would imagine. Tapping 1 green for Grazer? I don't know what they're doing. Okay, they tap a green and then tap the ring. 11 cards in hand. We've drawn 2 more just because we've been cycling, but all right, so we know they have a lot of bounce lands in hand. At least 3 of their cards are bounce lands. They play 1, 2, 3. So the only consideration to getting Besage initially would be to kill this. Oh, do they have Colossus? They do. All right, well, I'm going to yield then. Yeah, so the only reason to get Besage there would be to Besage this with the trigger on this deck, so that way they don't get all the mana. But I think getting the 1 ring down, knowing we have all his dust is totally fine. So we'll come back after they do all that stuff. I'm not going to make you guys sit through all these triggers. All right, so they pack for Dryad, get a Titan as well. So we're just going to see what happens. We're going to untap with all his dust, hopefully, and hopefully we get there. They do get the Besage, so they're probably going to hit our tower, hoping to get us off Tron, but they're going to be disappointed. Especially because we can always just crack map with the untapped forest and get tower as well. All right, so they do Besage our tower. We get a forest here. And obviously we can just crack map and go get another tower. Oh, they hit our... They have that many? Jeez. All right, well, triple Besage this game. Now, God, quad Besage. All right, so I don't think we're beating that. That's unfortunate. Was not expecting the quad Besage and the 1 ring. So there's no... I guess we could draw the 1 ring. We'll go crack, get a... We have the tower already. We'll just get a power plant. So yeah, I think the only way we win is if we can just kind of string together 1 rings. Draw Saga. Double Chalice. Ugh. Let's cycle here. Not gonna do it. All right, a little unlucky. Quad Besage. All right, let's see if we can get there on the play. That wasn't too bad for being on the draw on a mod of 4. Almost got there. And doesn't do too much. We have like turn 1 map, Dismember for Dryad maybe. The double Saga is what's throwing me off. I'm gonna mull this one. All right, this is a lot better. We have turn 3 Tron, keep. I'm gonna put back Leveler. We can dig with Ancient Stirrings. I put it mulligan also, definitely digging for those Besage since they have 4 of them, which is absurd. Why do they need 4 Besages? I mean, obviously Blood Moon, but most people are playing Magus anyway. All right, they keep. Definitely gonna lead on power plant, sphere, go. Definitely need to find a payoff though. We're not gonna have another green source either, so hopefully we can draw into it. All right, they have the Besage. Chalice. Definitely gonna play Chalice on 0 here. Take them off pact here. Take them off pact. Go get the mine and pass. So we're gonna have a turn. No, we're not gonna have a turn. If they play a bounce land, they can just hit one of these. Yeah, they float. Bounce Besage back. What if they have a Dryad? If they had a Dryad, they would. Oh, they do have a Dryad. They must have another bounce land then. No, wow, they're letting me untap. That's pretty ballsy. And we draw the mine, which is pretty sick. Actually, before we do that, let's start by cycling. I'm surprised they let me untap there. We're gonna get Cityscape Leveler. I guess, or should we get map because they have the Boseiju, but then we don't have a payoff? I think I'm going to prioritize the map knowing that they have Boseiju out. That could be weird. Like maybe we want the payoff. You guys let me know if you would have taken Cityscape. Like they're going to take us off Tron and then we're just going to have that 8-drop stuck in our hand. So this at least insulates us a little bit. And I can't imagine them Boseijuing. Maybe I guess they want to Boseiju Chalice or something. Wow, no. Oh, okay. I was going to say no second land. They play Bog, they bog us, and then they just pass. Come on, payoff. That's brutal. Of course, they don't do anything, and then we just have all the mana. All right, we'll go crack map, I guess. Could get our own Boseiju, actually. Could get Saga for Might, maybe. I don't want to get Boseiju. We'll play our own map, hold up Boseiju, and I guess pass. Pretty awkward. All right, looks like they're going to Boseiju the tower. So I guess we'll crack map with that floating mana. Get a tower, pass the turn, another amulet. So I'm assuming we're gonna, if they play a bounce land, okay, I was gonna say if they play a bounce land, we're just gonna have to Boseiju it. Come on, payoff. This is brutal. Play tower. Maybe we didn't need to play tower. Maybe we could have just Sylvan Scryinged. Maybe we could have just Sylvan Scryinged for a saga and played that to get that going. That probably would have been smarter. I'm just gonna hold this, I guess. Mycosynth Gardens, copy. Do they have a One Ring? Oh my gosh. Come on, payoff. I want Karn, I want Ulamog, Cityscape, anything. Right, that's a redraw. Come on, something. That's a redraw. O-Stone. Play out O-Stone. Do we crack O-Stone now because of the double amulets, but then it kills our Chalice? 1, 2, 3, 4. How do they beat O-Stone though? Even if they put everything into play, I think we'll hold it up. I'm not sure. Like we could hold up a Seiju here to kill a bounce land. I think just the threat of activation is pretty strong. Yeah, we have so many good draws, so many good top decks, and we've drawn just all fluff. When it plays a Dryad, they play a Valakut. I think that's fine. This is just like bait. Yeah, we'll just chill. Cityscape, nice. So I think the only problem with Cityscape here now too is if we tap out 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we get to kill Dryad and then we can hold open Boseiju, I guess. So if we go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think this is fine. We're gonna apply pressure. We have Boseiju just in case. It's crazy we've seen Cityscape 3 times this match, but no Karns or Ulamogs or anything like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, they're gonna copy. So they copy that, and then we're just gonna pass. They could have Pack stuck in their hand as well, but they've just drawn so many cards with the One Ring. They're gonna draw 3 more here. This is how we lost last time too. This board state's nuts. They draw 3, just chilling on this Boseiju. I think if they go bounce land, they can't cast anything because this doesn't do anything for them right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, obviously they have a bounce land, but they need to. So now we have to kill this. I mean, it sucks. We have to do it. I mean, it's gonna suck because they're just going to right? Because they could just play Dryad here and then play another bounce land. They play Dryad. So this is 6 mana. They play Titan. They have to kind of have everything here. We're assuming they have a Titan. We've seen 2 Dryad. Okay, I think we're just gonna do it. We've seen 2 Dryads. If they have another one, then like good for them. I think the odds are better if we just kill this now. They'd have to have the 3rd Dryad into bounce land, into Titan, and all that stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, they do have 8 cards in hand, so it's not crazy, but they do have the Grazer, so they can okay, they have the other bounce land. That's another thing they could have had is Grazer. They cast Azusa. But yeah, holding up Oblivion Stone I don't think does anything. We could kill amulets, I guess, which could be a big deal. All right, they have the Titan. They get Slayers and Boros. All right, it's a 10-10 haste vigilance, double strike, I'm assuming. Once they attack, they play another growth chamber. We'll probably just come back after all this is done for you. For the record, opponent only has a minute left. That's a consideration here for you amulet players. All right, it looks like they put too many triggers on the stack and they only have 10 seconds to resolve stuff. All right, and we win. Moto for the win. So I don't even know, is the right play to just hold open O-Stone? We drew like garbage. I don't know. So there's the play of holding open O-Stone, Boseiju that land there, assuming that they had just like kind of more going on. So there's just like a few plays there. If you guys have any insight on that, feel free to give me your opinion. All right, match 2, we're on the draw again, and this hand does not look keepable, so we're gonna throw this one back. This one is also pretty bad, so we're gonna throw this one back too. This one we will keep. We have turn 3 Tron here. So we'll put back a Forest and a Sphere. There we go. Turn 3 Tron with a payoff. That's all you can ask for. Misty Pass. So we can assume this is Rhinos. I thought this was the next piece. The only deck that's really playing Misty is Rhinos. Probably get a Surveil land here. So hopefully by turn 3 we can land Karn Bridge and they don't have a Force. That's pretty much the only way we can get there. Oh, Xander's Lounge. So this is 5. This is probably like Domain Rhinos, I would imagine. But at least they don't have like the crazy start. Haywire Might. See if they're F6'd. Play Tower. See if they counter this. Are they going to force this? I wish I had the power plant so when they do force it, I like don't care as much. They have to force this, right? All right. I guess they're going to be on the force the payoff plan. They could also have Boseiju. Sometimes this list runs 1. They do get the Hedge Maze. See if they just go like turn 3 Shardless here. Triple Misty. Flooded Strand go. Kind of scary. I wonder if, I mean, this is like hard cast. Oh, they're going to ice me? Sure. Wormcoil Engine. I like that. Play out a Haywire Might and pass. I don't want to play out Karn right now because I want to, we could play Karn and, yeah, we could have played Karn. I was going to say, I kind of want to play Karn and activate immediately with, probably best to play Karn there. And if they have force, make them force the Karn. I kind of zoned out there. So 4 mana, especially now they could have subtlety. O Stone. Play Worm Coil. See if they subtlety this. I'm going to put this back on top. So yeah, I guess playing Karn, yeah, that's on me. So now the problem is I don't want to play Karn because then it just dies to subtlety. We'll just play Karn, get Chalice. See if this gets forced, it doesn't. Because even if it dies, it still did its job. Chalice on 0, sure. So Karn's gonna die. We're gonna get to play Worm Coil, Karn down. So yeah, obviously, like again, looking back, we should have played Karn into Chalice last turn. Like that was just stupid not to. Theme Vents tapped. Worm Coil engine. Are we gonna assume that they have another subtlety here? They do. Subtlety's really good against us though. There you go. It's just like another tempo play. We're going to put that back on top and just play out O Stone. We also could have attacked first before doing that so they didn't have a blocker, but I don't think 1 point of damage is going to do much. But again, sequencing, important. Get them for 6 and see what their follow-up is. Draw 3 with Lorien revealed. That's a good desperate play by them. Hallowed Fountain tapped. Now we get to land Worm Coil Engine. Attack Haybar Might. So now we have O Stone activation if we're desperate, but hopefully it doesn't get to that. They could always have ice and stuff like that too. Do they have another Lorien revealed? Wow, double Lorien. I rarely cast this card too, so the fact that they did it twice. No, not Leyline Binding. Ugh, they have Leyline Binding. Yeah, we'll take, ugh, man. We don't have green either. So it's interesting as to what they Leyline Bind though. If they Leyline Bind Worm Coil, I think it has to be Worm Coil on attack step because, I don't know, this is going to be like a cat and mouse game. Yeah, we could have played more efficiently, I think. So if we go to Leyline Bind, if we go to O Stone, put a fate counter on. So if we do this, they get rid of this. Yeah, that's fine. This gives them the opportunity to do something, but I don't mind. That is a payoff. Do I want to hold this back? Is there any point in holding this back? So now they're going to Leyline Bind the Worm Coil, maybe? So end of turn. I almost don't want to play 1, 2, 3. If I play Ugin, they could force it, and then I don't have O Stone up. I think this is fine. All right, so they have the Leyline Binding. I'm trying to think. If we pop this, it kills everything. And then we have 2 3/3s. We still have Chalice. Ugin can get rid of this as well. I think this is fine. I hope this is fine. I mean, I guess they could have like a million Leyline Bindings and just hit this as well. 4 mana, Leyline of the Guildpact. I kind of want them to tap out. Nice little life swing there. I think O Stone would be the best draw. They suspend Footfalls. I mean, that's a pretty good one. So we're definitely going to play Ulamog because I don't want to get forced here. What do we hit though? I mean, we have to hit these two because those are the ones available. I mean, obviously we could hit lands, but we have Ulamog, put our O Stone back, get in for 7, and they just take it. I mean, you have to send it back. I mean, next time we're going to play Ugin no matter what, depending on what we draw, but like most likely. Rhinos and suspend. They have 4 cards in hand though. They could easily Leyline Binding Violent Outburst just for the damages. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Ugh, do they have 2? No. Unlucky. All right. Yeah, I don't know how we're getting around that. I mean, I guess maybe we just forced the Ugin through. Like it was kind of being too safe doing that, but I kind of wanted to land it. I don't know, it's hard to say. We gave them way too much time though, but that was the issue. They had all the subtleties just really tempoed us out. So on the play, we're going to take out these relics. Bring in Chalice, Stonebrain, Dismember's out. It's tempting to keep 1 Chalice in the board. I think that's fine. We'll keep 1 in the board. Be on the play this time. All right, turn 3 Tron. Yeah, we definitely could have played that game a lot better. That double subtlety was just brutal. All right, they do start with Leyline on 7. Let's see if they have the nuts here. Power plant, map go. So most likely going Karn Bridge. Put a plains in the yard. That's good for them. Tower pass. Yeah, so we want to draw like All Is Dust, Sundering Titan. Pretty good. Wow, they have it. Perfects. All right. Let's see if we can out-perfect them. Go get a mine. We might have to Stonebrain. So we could actually Stonebrain them here. Let's do that. I'm going to Stonebrain and play O-Stone. See if they force it. They crashing. I mean, we'll see what they have. I don't know what else we can name. Like double Violent Outburst. Wow. Wow, their hand was like, their hand's disgusting. All right, let's see what they brought in. 2 Force of Vigor, 3 Force of Vigor. All right, they just brought in 3 Force of Vigor. All right, their hand's pretty garbage now. They do have a subtlety that they can't do anything with. We're going to, instead of playing O-Stone, we could play O-Stone to get around. No, I think we're just going to play O-Stone out. I'm not going to play, like, risk it. The only way they could destroy this right now is with Seiji, but I don't think they would hit that. They play the Misty, get him for 4. So if we pop this now, kind of missing a green source. I kind of want to get a forest. We could get a forest with this and then pop it. Maybe we just do that since they don't have Tidebinder. Just send it back. Another hand, subtlety, Violent Outburst. We're going to take this just in case they have like, they draw like another Scion or something. I'm going to shock that in, hold up subtlety. I think we just do this now. It's fine. I don't think 4 damage is going to matter too much here, especially with the One Ring. Well, Stirring's first, though. Hopefully they didn't draw Force. If they do, whatever. That's why we took 2. All right, so they force it, pitching Guildpact. Their hand is like land. Their hand is 2 Violent Outbursts and a Subtlety. We want Saga here? We just want a lot of mana. 7, 8. I think we just want a lot of mana. See if they go like end step. This will probably get a Hedge Maze. Yeah. I don't think they can afford to go end step. All right, their hand is 2 Violent Outbursts and a Subtlety. Play the One Ring. Start by cycling. Probably they'll play Subtlety into Karn, and then we get like a free, like we're gonna make them use it here, but they can't attack into us. We'll top it, obviously. Play Saga. We're not gonna crack it because we don't want to get rid of Karn. We get Temple Garden tapped. All right, let's see what we want to get with Karn. We're gonna have 10, 11, 12 mana. Could get Cityscape probably. Let's see what we draw with the One Ring. Play Karn. They don't draw anything. They're F6, so we should be good. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 9, 10, 11. Blue, red, green, white. Play Sundered Titan. ETB. Get rid of 4 of their lands. Head us down to 11, 10, 9, 8. Leyline Binding. It's a good top deck by them. Oh, they hit Karn. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go get a Boseiju. So we're gonna go to 11, take 5. 3 from Subtlety, 2 from Ring, go to 6. We can always Haywire Might the One Ring as well. We can Haywire Might this also. Haywire Might the Leyline Binding, gain 2. See if we want to get anything with, I guess we could just get Cityscape Leveler. This game is just in garbage time here. Eat the Subtlety. Flatworm Coil Engine. We don't have to activate the Ring. We know they have 2 Violent Outbursts in hand, so I don't know what they're doing. And they had like an amazing hand too. I think if we didn't get Stonebrain, we would have been in trouble because they had a Leyline into Scion into double Violent Outburst, Subtlety. Oh, I like this hand. We have turn 3 Tron. We're on the draw, unfortunately, but we have turn 3 Tron with a payoff and EE for Rhinos. No Leyline for them, but they do have Footfalls, it looks like. Probably Temple Garden to spend. See if they force this. I feel like they can't afford to force it. Yeah. Not that they necessarily have it or don't, but it's always tempting as a when you're not playing Tron to force the map or force the payoff. But I think us keeping 7, you don't want to do that. Oh, they have Leyline Binding. Gonna slow us down a little bit. Beautiful. Just like we drew it up. All right, we'll play out both of these and pass. They definitely F6 through their turn, so we know they don't have anything. This is Shardless. Yeah. Rhinos come down. Tower. So obviously we have it. So what do we want to do here? So we could Karn Bridge, but then Karn goes to 1. If we Karn Bridge and they both, they would have Boseiju our lands already, I think, if they had it. Pretty sure. We don't need to go Karn Chalice. Like Wormcoil is kind of hard to beat, but they could have Force. Let's start with Karn, see if they force this or not. We know that they do have Force of Vigor, so that's something to hopefully they don't have like pitch green or land force. Oh, Leyline Binding, duh. Okay, well, all right, so obviously they could have Leyline Binding. Let's see if they take out Karn here. They go, okay, they do go 1, 1. Okay, so that's a consideration to play around Leyline Binding, duh. We do have Boseiju for this though. This version obviously way harder to beat than Teamers for the most part, besides Blood Moon. All right, so no cards in hand. That's pretty big. Start by cycling. Sylvan Scrying, not really what we want. Destroy Leyline Binding. Get a Thundering Falls, free scry for them. Oh, land in the yard's huge for them. We're just gonna play EE out just to empty our hand. Play a green source out. We could play Sylvan Scrying now just to kind of cycle through, but in case they like Boseiju a Tron land, we have the map up, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. So we'll just cycle this. We're going to have 2 cards in hand no matter what, but I want to get a Saga here. We had to play the green source prior to anyway, and we'll just pass. We can hold up map just in case they Boseiju anything. So they can get in for 2 with Shardless. We don't care about this because we have Bridge and EE. Definitely going to need to draw some stuff though. Both on top deck mode. Get in combat. Just get in for 2. This is a Nail Biter. Did they draw something? Does not look like it. Oof, neither did we. So unfortunately, we cannot empty our hand. We can start making constructs, which is pretty cool. All right, they just passed. That's huge for us. They have Suspend on... Oh, they do have Tidebinder. What? I guess they brought that in from the side, which, I mean, makes sense. It's a good sideboard card against us. I mean, they could always Tidebinder the EE activation. Wooded Foothills. Come on, payoff. Okay, that's not bad. This and pass. I don't really want to draw, like we could draw end step, I guess. I just don't want to get attacked. I mean, we could always make a Saga construct as well. They do get the Hedge Maze. See what they do with it. Hopefully they bin it. They bin the Violent Outburst. They still have 1 card in hand. I'm also not sure what we're getting with this or as a Saga. Probably nothing. Probably Haywire Might to gain 2 life if we have to kill another Leyline Binding in a pinch. Scion. So make a construct, take 1, make another construct. God, we're just like flooding here with lands. We could, it's time, like we get a redraw. I kind of want to get Haywire Might just in case. So we could draw 2 and hope we don't screw ourselves here. Let's risk it. Nice. Okay. Probably should have Scryed first or Stirrings first. Chalice, O Stone. take O Stone, play O Stone out. And we'll just hold open EE if we need to. Okay, well, they drew the Boseiju. That's good for them. We have Haywire Might for this, and then we have EE for this. I think that's kind of fine, actually, because now we can start attacking. I'm fine with that, actually. Do these Rhinos come off suspend too? They do. So we can just Haywire Might this. They gave us a forest, an untapped forest, because we tapped, well, we had to tap like that to keep open EE. Yeah, I think them blowing, like, we almost wanted to blow that up. All right, let's see what they do. Oh, wait. We can't target it because it's a creature. Ah, okay. Forgot about that. Okay, we'll take, they play their land. But EE kills the construct tokens too. I think I'm okay with that exchange. We are winning the race. Good on to 3. We're just gonna, if we don't draw another ring, we're just gonna, yeah, we just have to exile our own ring here. Nice little interaction if you guys didn't know. All right, let's attack. Gain some life back. This is some grindy games, huh? Starts by cycling, but maybe got to play a little fast. We're at 6 minutes. It's not like terrible. Cycle again. Okay, that's what I want to see. Where's this Saga? Do we want to Stonebrain anything? Like Force of Vigor, I guess? Kind of it. Like Tidebinder is kind of annoying, but I think Force of Vigor gets them out of things. All right, they crack that. I mean, end of turn, we can just, depending on what they draw, we can just pop O Stone and still hit for 6, and then they have like no board. 4, 5, 6. We're just gonna take it. Oh, they play the land out. Just crack this in the deck a little bit. Oh, we have our Tron lands. I guess we just put a fake counter. Why not? Probably should have did that a bit ago if we had the mana open. Didn't say. Get them for 6. Them down to 2. Start by cycling. We don't have anything with haste anyway, so it doesn't matter. Again, we're in garbage time, but doesn't hurt to. All right, we'll take that. Play another Worm Coil out. Play Tower. So yeah, there's nothing they can draw that would do anything here. Lorien revealed. Kind of like a triple redraw for 5 mana. Probably get a land in there, maybe a spell. They did get the land. But it really likes to play things out though, that's for sure. They don't have Boseiju. They don't really have a way of winning this. We're just gonna pop this. They have no blockers. We have 9 power or 12 power plus this. Like maybe they have Tidebinder. Even if they do, they still lose. Like there's 0 way they're getting out of this, even with our hand looking like this. All right, they crack a Misty. I thought they were going out on their own terms. Oh, they do have the Tidebinder, it looks like. Make a construct. Oh, we draw Karn too. All right, we'll have a little fun here. We'll play out map. We can always just go get Ballista. I'm just going to attack and see what happens. Obviously, secret Leyline Binding. Garbage time. Just going to chump. I don't know what their outs are. They're playing to their so-called outs. All right, now they're rethinking what they want to do. They have to block. I don't know what's going on. You can see here, just like blocks, stops blocking. Use Karn's ability, go get Walking Ballista, and now they see the writing. Okay, cool. Got there. All right, match 3. We have a 1-lander. It's close. If we had another Tron land, whatever, I would totally keep this. It could be risky to try it. We're on the draw again. Is it too risky to keep this? We only have 1 payoff. If they take that, I'm gonna maul. It's tempting. And we are rewarded. So we have turn 3 Tron with everything. Stirrings, no green source, double ring, Saga. It's tempting to put back the second ring, but ring is just so good. So we probably gonna put back Saga, to be honest. Just in case one gets countered or thought seized away or anything like that. Golden Tarn. Hopefully this isn't Ragavan. Mountain. Oh, maybe even worse. Goblin Guide into Ancient Stone. Oof. Okay. So we've had 2 of our worst matchups this league, which is, I mean, I think both of these, oh no, creature heavy matchups are not, or creature draws are not good for us. Down to 14 already. And they found their second land. This isn't looking good for us. Let's see what they hit. Urza's Power Plant. All right, this is probably going to go get a tower. So we have the maximum amount of mana. Skewer. I mean, even if we survive, but I doubt it. Because I want to have the maximum amount of mana for whatever wow, that's actually pretty good, but we're not going to have a target this turn. Lightning Bolt, sure. I mean, it's great that we drew our 1 of life source, but we're probably just going to die at our upkeep. If they have like Boros Charm, they just like untap and kill us. This was like the nuts for burn in general, and especially against Trom. All right, let's see if we're dead. Oh, they let us untap. All right, let's draw. Play a second ring. Maybe this will force some action here, and then we can sack Haywire Might. They might also have like Skullcrack that they're, let's draw. Sack now. Guess play an O-Stone and pass. We're kind of in like the same spot where just any burn spell kills us. Can't imagine they don't have it. Play Ugin. They just kill us here. Oof. That's a rough one. Being on the draw against burn, especially with that hand, is just pretty much impossible to win. We need it like turn 3. They even had Skullcrack, even if we had like Worm Coil, like the nuts. And what's funny too is the 1 ring comes out in this matchup, so it was kind of sad that we had 2 in their starting hand. They got the 1 ring, Dismember, maybe like 1 O-Stone, bring in Worm Coil, Haywire Might, Ballista, just as get an early blocker, early interaction. Cityscape can blow up. Vortex. I'm bringing coding too, just because we're never searching for it with Karn. So if we have that package just kind of naturally drawn. Let me bring in EE, maybe just this other O-Stone. We don't have too much to bring in. All right, we'll be on the play. Gonna need a miracle here. And there's 2 Tron lands, meh cards. I think we'll try. We can do better, I think. We'll keep this. We have double Haywire Might. O Stone, not the greatest. This is at least 4 life that we can work with, and it's a blocker. We'll just jump. Maybe we can draw some Tron lands. Boseiju, not the greatest. Start by cycling. Play another Haywire Might. It's tough too because if they just go like Skull Crack and then we gain no life. All right, they just bolt it. So essentially deals 1, but then they're gonna deal 2 here. Big creature draw again. We'll start by cycling. If we don't hit another Tron land, maybe Karn. So the 2 options are we can play Saga to start getting constructs down for blocking, or we can play for the upside of hitting. I think we have to play for the upside here. The upside of hitting Tron. We kind of need to like go off on turn 3 against Burn. Ancient Stirrings, not the worst. There's the Mine. Getting rid of Wormcoil Engine. Not really sure what we're getting though. Pretty like dead. It's just like a turn too late. There's really nothing we can get here. We'd get a 1 ring if we had enough mana. Chalice. And it sucks that we have 3 lands stuck in hand, so we can't even empty our hand out. Yeah, we don't really have anything here. Guess we'll just get Bridge. They have 4 in play, 4 cards in hand, most likely dead. There's nothing to even get to like set up for next turn. We could get like Sundering Titan, I guess. Maybe that's a consideration, blow up both their lands, but they're just gonna, it's not gonna matter too much. Yeah, they're just all swinging at us. Shard Volley, go to 2, and then dead. Yeah, I just got the nuts both times. Nothing we can do about that. Round 4, finally on the play. And we're on the play with a pretty sick turn 3 Tron with double Karn payoff. Go Power Plant, Mine, pass. Let's see if we play a not bet, like a not. I feel like most matchups are pretty hard for Tron. Nothing I really want to see other than 4 color, but that you don't see that too often anymore. All right, that's a good payoff. Wooded Foothills, this is looking like another Rhinos match. So we can go turn 3, hopefully land Karn into Chalice. This is going to be a Surveil land most likely. This looks like Control. I'm going to crack this now. I don't know what they could have, but I don't want to get stifled. Looks like they have a 2 mana. All right, they do have Domain. So I'm assuming this is Domain Zoo. Yep. All right, unfortunately, they do have Leyline Bindings and stuff of that nature. So they also have stubs. So I want to get the ring down at least. More lands, not what you want to see. We also want them to keep tapping out because if we get stubbed, it's going to feel really bad. Luckily, we have 2 Karns and an active ring. This matchup is not the greatest for us as well. So they're just going to loot here. And also too, when you hear me say not a good matchup, I mean like percentage-wise, statistically, if you look at the data, not just like feels, but it also doesn't feel that great either. All right, they loot away a Neshoba Brawler. Maybe they're just like stacked on creatures or they're just digging for interaction. All right, they're not messing around. Leyline Binding, holding up stub. That's kind of funny. So if they stub the ring, then we get Karn, 9 mana for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can play Karn, it can get stubbed. Let's play Karn first, because if it gets stubbed, we can just play ring. They're thinking about it. Oh, they evoke. Interesting. Oh, we're definitely going to top that and then just play a ring. See if they stub that. I'm surprised they didn't just, yeah, I mean, I guess good tempo. When they pitched Leyline. Yeah, man, so we're going to get hit for 5. We have double Karn. All right, they swing in. They're going to loot again. Oh, they get rid of a Ragavan. Down to 15. I'm gonna shock this in. They shock in an Evergreen Tomb. I feel like they have to have another stub, right? They're gonna like play Scion here and then just hold up stub. And we know we're not drawing a land, so at least we can empty our hand a little bit. There's a Scion. They didn't. They're keeping Leyline Binding open. Ugh. 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they have Leyline Binding open. So how do we play around that? We play Karn. They have Binding open for whatever we get, but it's only gonna be for 7. Oh, I guess we get Wormcoil, right? But I mean, then they just Leyline Binding Wormcoil. So they end up trying Leyline Binding. They kill Karn. Is it worth it to just get Sundering Titan here? Sucks we're 1 short. Because if we, let's so say, if we get Sundering Titan here, they Leyline Binding this. Or no, they don't. They just attack it. We hit for 9. I think that's fine. If we go Sundering Titan, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, we still go to 2. Then they could have Bolt. I think we have to make them like use Leyline Binding on bridge. We have to keep Karn alive. I mean, at least to save some life. But again, this is why this is a tough matchup because they have bindings, they have stubs, subtleties. It's an aggro matchup, like an aggro disruptive matchup that just, all right, so we knew this was happening. Nothing we can do about it, unfortunately. So there's a couple things we can do next turn. We can minus to get Ensnaring Bridge. We could also minus to get the 1 ring. Maybe we could have did that, actually. If we did that, Karn would die, but then we'd not take 5. But I also want, like, bridge. If we minus, cast ring, get protection, they Leyline ring again, kill Karn. They have 1 card in hand. If it's stub, I'm going to lose my mind. Okay, well, this is... Okay, they're just F6'd. So, yes. We're also going to get bridge here, too. That way, they can't loot with... Again, a nice little interaction. You can always get the cards exiled with Leyline Binding because they're in exile. And now we just get Sundering Titan and blow up the world. Where's my boy? There's my boy. Sundering Titan. I'll make sure holding up a Seiju just in case. 1, 2, 3. Can also play Relic out. All right, so they have 1 land, 1 card in hand. Don't see how we're losing this one. They crack it immediately. They've used all their triomes. I don't know if they're running... Yeah, I was going to say, they're not running 3 triomes here. They're running 2. Some lists run just 1. All right, they draw a card. They just pass. You can cycle here. Hopefully not have 4 lands in hand. Let's plus first. Cycle this. Ugin. All right, that's like lights out. Play Ugin. And they scoop to that. All right. Yeah, we were just going to plus on them. There's no reason to kill their stuff. I'm glad we won game 1 in that hard matchup. All right, so against Zoo, we don't need relics. The Dismembers are really good. Haywire Mites for Leyline Binding. EE. Cityscape Leveler. These are just like hard to deal with. Definitely want that Worm Coil engine. Let's see if we bring in these 4. Take out an Ulamog. Ugin's solid like you saw. Member's great. I mean, EE, I think we can try this. It's kind of hard to say exactly what version they're on, but we can just try this. Do Tron things. They mulligan to 6. This hand is like turn 1 Dismember, Saga, turn 1 Mine, and 2 Star, turn 2 Saga, maybe Cycle. I kind of like the Dismember is making me want to keep this hand, even though it's not the greatest, but there's a lot of draw. We do have the 1 ring. They mulligan to 6 as well. So that's why it's like tempting to match their mulligan, but also tempting to keep because they mulliganed. Obviously, this isn't a turn 3 Tron hand, but we're on the, we're game 2. So as long as they don't start with Pact or Leyline in play, and then our Dismember is kind of useless if they play Scion. Okay, fortunately they did not. This is also for Ragavan. If they go turn 1 Ragavan, we're really going to want to just nuke it. Turn 1, okay, Nakatl, sure. Probably like the best thing we could see, honestly. All is dust, pretty good. Hoping they don't go dash Ragavan, because they could just go Sacred Foundry, dash Ragavan, hit us for 5 and make a treasure. Probably like worst case scenario. Now that we have this all is dust, we definitely want to hit Tron immediately. So maybe that's just like a reason to mulligan, kind of mulligan to O-Stones and all those dusts in this matchup. All right, they do play the Heath, most likely getting Sacred Foundry. Hopefully they don't do what we said they were going to do. Kind of just want them to play like a Nakatl. I mean, like, yeah, we're going to hit for 3, but it's way better than anything else, like best case scenario. You draw the map. Let's start by cycling. Play Saga. Do we play Sphere? This is going to get, I think we hold open mana. A little slow. We could start making construct tokens if we want to just play Sphere now. They didn't have it before. I'm just going to play Sphere out. I'm going to say screw it. They didn't have it before. Okay, Kavu. I was going to say, if they drew Ragavan there, I would have been so mad. Looks like they drew Kavu for turn, because they would have played it otherwise, right? Okay, we did draw the Tron land. That's pretty sweet. So now we're not going to make... Once they crack this, we're going to dismember this. It sucks we're going to 10, but it'll be worth it. But they don't have stub up. No. What? Force negation. Why are they playing force negation? What the? All right, I'm just going to crack this now then. I can't believe they had force. So we're going to get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh man, we're going to be close to dead. They shouldn't have bolts in the deck. Man, force negation. There's no other time to do that. Well, I guess we could do it on their turn because they don't have double blue, but I just was not expecting force negation. 5, 6, 7, 8. And now if they have stub, we just lose. They ditch a Scion. They don't need any more pressure. Breeding Pool untapped. All right, we'll float a mana. I guess get Haywire might play that. Oh, man, if they have another force, I'm going to be so mad. Play the 1 ring. Okay. I'm going to say if they force that, why'd they shock that in? Other than like subtlety, I guess. That was the only other thing to play around. Do we have protection? Do we want to play O-Stone now? I don't think so. They're definitely going to loot with Kavu. All right, they loot the land away. Do we just block just to gain 2 life? Are we ever trying to get rid of this 1 ring? Nah, I guess we'll be fine. I guess we'll cycle this now. Draw another 1 ring too, which is nice. Go to 4. They have 2 cards in hand. Ugin. I guess we play out O-Stone, bait something, because if they have stub or force, they have to do this, and then we can just play the 1 ring again. That resolves. I don't think they're playing a Tidebinder, so I'm not... If they play Tidebinder, then good for them. I don't know. Oh, I shouldn't have let that attack. That's my bad. On attacks, I should have O-Stoned it, because now they get the free loot. I meant to do that. Wow, they pitch a Leyline Binding. Okay. But see, that's what we're playing around. If we were to... Okay, cool. I don't mind that they pitch that, I guess. Like, that was Stirrings. Karn's a really good pickup. Let's just play Karn out. We could play anything here. They could have subtlety, and I'd rather them subtlety this, tap out, and then we can play the 1 ring. Yeah, like that. That's why sequencing is important, because we don't always do that on this channel. Assuming they don't have force here. Oh my gosh, they did. Jesus, dude, their hand was force, stub, and subtlety. Wow. All right, we're going to 1. I can't believe that. They drew both forces and stub. They had everything. Oh my god, what luck sacks. You can't tell me that's not the luckiest draw ever. Oh my gosh. They just hit banger after banger. All right. Let's run it back. It happens. We get lucky. They get lucky. Was not expecting force stub into Ragavan subtle. Just like the perfects there. All right. On the play. Let's bring it back. We're not going to keep this hand. No ramp. No nothing. We will keep this. We have to put back one scrying and I guess Wormcoil Engine. Wormcoil Engine's bad against Leyline. Stabilizes the board a little bit. Karn's just more flexible. They both lose the subtlety. This doesn't lose the force though. I still think I'd rather have Karn. Karn can get Sundering Titan. Now keep this. Put back these two. Hoping to not get stubbed. Oh no, they start with Leyline. Hopefully they just go like turn one Nakatl again. All right, we'll crack this. Light tower. They're F6. We'll go get a mine. All right, so Tron's online. We need some more payoffs. Obviously they could like force this. They could do a lot of things. Probably just gonna get Sundering Titan regardless, even though they have this. We get Sundering Titan, go to 7, go to 10, 6, 4. Because if we go get Bridge and they just Leyline Binding it, we're only saving 3 damage. I think we just go get a payoff here. And then if they don't kill Karn, we can just do more stuff. If they don't kill Karn, we'll just get Bridge and then have a bunch of things to answer. But hopefully their hand is not just all Leyline Bindings. They could attack Karn here, put us, I guess they're trying to decide how they want to do this. Because they know Titan's coming down potentially next turn. All right, they go to combat. Let's see where they swing. Okay. Kill Karn, kill me. They go up to 25. Another Scion. Ooh, 4. That's going to be 8 in the air. Gonna need to draw something. Their hand was pretty sick. We just have no payoffs. We've only had one payoff this whole time. This doesn't have reach, unfortunately. Get hit for 8. We only have one turn. Go to 5. Close, but the flying is going to get us. So we don't know if they have Leyline Binding or not. So going Karn Bridge like seems like the right choice here, but then if they just have Leyline Binding, we lose. That sucks, because even if we kill this, that's just still 8 damage in the air because we can't Cityscape level this. All right, let's get in. Obviously, they're not going to block. Yeah, we just lose. Unfortunate. We didn't draw anything? Nah, we weren't drawing anything. All right, final match on the play. 2 Tron lands, Saga, some payoffs, but like top end. I'm going to keep this in the blind on the play because we have Dismember. If we didn't have Dismember, I probably wouldn't keep it. But because we have some early interaction, Tron land go. You could always mulligan this to find turn 3 Tron, like a better hand. But we're 2 and 2, like kind of getting a little unlucky towards the end. Maybe we can naturally draw a relic. But we definitely want to get Tron online. So this can go get a power plant next turn and we can hold up and Dismember if they cast something that we don't like. I don't know if this is like cat combo. Oh no, this is make a bunch of dudes sacrifice. So we're gonna have to blow the world up. Hopefully they don't just like start killing these things for Bushwhacker. Is it worth it to Dismember this now? So that way they don't have, that's kind of awkward. I'm gonna be taking 6, that'd be 8 if we just do that. I think we do this now just in case they have like more Bushwhack stuff. We're gonna be losing more on the front end, but less on the back. And we're targeting the artifact so that way they can't destroy it. Go to 11. Next turn we do have O-Stone available. And because of that, we should have played Saga there so we can get that going. That was a mistake. Because we don't need power plant mana open now. They go land. I mean, now hopefully they just start sacrificing their artifacts. This is a dead card in this matchup though. Ornithopter. Okay. Another Bushwhacker. Man, dude, they had the nuts. Let's see. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Man, these draws. Goblin Bushwhacker. All is dust. All right, we're going to play O-Stone here instead of all is dust because I want to make sure we're not getting like hasted on. This Dismember is going to be the death of us though if we can't empty our hand. We're going to crack a blood token. Yeah. I don't know what this is getting. Maybe Wormcoil Engine probably. We do this now too because all their stuff is sorcery speed. Like Karn, get a Wormcoil Engine. Yes. And we win. That's fantastic. Man, that was as close as it gets with that draw there. All right, so against just I want 1, 2, 3. Definitely don't want Sundering Titan. Ulamog's out. Ugin can be decent. We bring in these 3. We don't need. I mean, Ugin top end, not the greatest either, but I'm trying to think what else we'd want to bring in. We want EE for sure. We want EE for sure. Guess we'll try that. The yeah, like lethal demolition and all that stuff. That's what I was thinking of. At least we know what to keep and what not to keep, and we're not keeping this against anything. And that was definitely a play draw dependent match. We got lucky there. All right, we're gonna mull this one. We have the worm coils, nothing else going on, so we're gonna mull this one also. Man, go to 4. I mean, I guess we keep this, right? What are we keeping? We're gonna keep a mine, a sphere, star. We have to put back 3 cards. So 1, 2, honestly like this. I'm going to put back the 3 top ends and I just want to play out blockers, I think. I mean, this hand is by no means good, but oh, their own Haywire Might. Okay. Can't imagine they would use Haywire Might on this, right? Probably Gleeful this one. Good start for them. Good at 19 here. All right, we'll start by cycling. I wish we had Sylvan Scrying. That'd be amazing. We're going to cycle again. Oh my God. Oh no. Drew it a little too late. Hopefully we get to live. Hopefully they don't just like bushwhack us. We can Sylvan Scrying next turn. Hopefully they don't exile this. That would be super unfortunate. Bushwhacker though. Oh, Emissary. I mean, it's probably still 2, 4, 6, 8. Don't have it. They always have it, don't they? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Go to 5. All right, crack this. Sylvan Scrying. I mean, we're gonna play to our out, but it's like if they just exile this, I just want to see if they do it. Block here. Yeah, they just had, oh, do they just swing in? They have to do it, right? Yeah, they're not attacking with this, so I'm assuming they're just going to sack it. Oh no, Xaxes? Wait, 2, maybe that was, okay. All right, on the play, let's see if we can pull this out. No, we can't keep this. We have the Wormcoil engine, but just too slow. Still too slow. Guys, all these hands. I swear, the only way to 5-0 with this deck is to just get lucky and not mull to this. Or if you do mull, maybe you hit well. All right, going to 4. All right, we'll keep this. I have to put back 3 cards to... I'm going to keep Stirrings to try to find some action. We know they have Haywire Might in their deck, so we can't just rely on Bridge. Oh, we drew it. At least we get the draw, and then Stirrings. Take a Ballista. I mean, this can exile Ballista, but we'll see what they play prior to. Maybe they kind of tap out and we can kind of ping them down. But this is only going to be for 6, X equals 3. Are you kidding me? I know they can just exile Ballista if they want. Ooh, okay. I feel like that's greedy. Drew Karn, that's a fantastic draw. What do we want there though? Do we want to play Karn now, or we could play Karn with 10 mana and have 6 open for, but maybe we just play out a big blocker? Because if we just play Karn Bridge, they're still going to get under us. I think that's fine. I am surprised they pitched their Haywire Might, but I'm assuming that their hand is good enough to where they can do that. They also have a lot of artifact destruction, so I'm glad we didn't go with that plan. Just like the main deck. All right, so this can go get, well, we brought in all the Wormcoils, didn't we? Yeah. What do we want to get? Like Leveler? If we tick down, Karn dies, then we get Leveler. Man, I wish we had a Wormcoil. That would have been sick. Maybe we should have started getting Saga. I don't know. Maybe we do just get Bridge. And then just, I don't know. Their hand could be all Gleeful Demolitions and Haywire Mights. Forest. Or Pollution Forest. 2 mana. No, Cast into the Fire. And then Karn down. On top deck mode. It's hard to say. So if we get a, what's it called? Then we have a threat in play that kills this and they can't attack. It's probably better. That's probably just hoping they don't have any. I mean, what's this do though? But then they just exile it anyway, so it just doesn't matter. Like they're exiling whatever they do, and then we can't play it from the yard. At least Karn bought us life and a card. Bushwhacker. Why didn't they surge it? Okay, luckily we have a forest here. Wormcoil engine, Karn, the One Ring. Do we dare go get a bridge again? Or do we just get Wormcoil? It's got to be Wormcoil, make a construct token, right? They only have 1 card in hand. Just really hoping it's not an exile effect. If they have another Cast into the Fire, I'm going to be really sad. All right, they're probably going to just cycle the blood token. Wow, they had another Bushwhacker. Jesus. Their hands have been nuts. They're just like scraping by here. Big boy Wormcoil engine. Doesn't look like they have it. I think if they did, they would have slammed it down. All right, they're playing Pithing Needle, so I'm going to make a construct now before they name anything. Curious if they name Karn or Urza Saga. Urza Saga, okay. They've drawn all their sideboard cards. 1, 2, 3. I mean, that might be main, but at least 3. All right, so we don't get to make another construct, but we do get a No Stone. So we can get a redraw. Probably want to redraw over Haywire Might. Just going to attack with the Wormcoil engine. See what they do. We could attack with both and then like fake like we're gonna pop. It's okay. And then we'll keep this land in hand. Just a huge life swing. We're also gonna hold open O Stone in case they go to exile this. Then we pop it. Okay, and they just scoop anyway. Like there's Dismember, Ancient Stirrings into another Wormcoil engine. Yeah, okay, there's all the good cards. Like finally. All right, so that was Mono Green Tron in Modern. We 3-2'd. What else is new? Just kind of like the average win-loss there. I thought we were gonna do a lot better. We won game 1 a lot of the time and then just kind of fizzled out games. At least game 3. A lot of those game 3s were pretty close. The burn matchup, not even close, but the domain zoo, we definitely had that. So that felt really unfortunate. There are a few plays I wasn't too sure about, so feel free to tell me what you would have done in the comment section down below. Overall, Tron, just doing Tron things. You can go big, get lucky. Sometimes you mull to 3, 4, and that's just how it is. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time. Peace.